I am thinking about hip flexors. So it's really important. Grab a block if you have one. And put it between your upper knees. It's really important to position the upper body properly for hip flexors. The upper body has a huge influence and impact on, especially in many, like, period, new sentence, when we drive, it's even more important. And it's strange because it's just not, it's counterintuitive. So we're gonna do things we've done before, but really with the intent to free up the hip flexors. Interlace the fingers, steeple them overhead, and drop the arms all the way back to the floor, and then fingers point back up at the ceiling, about over your nose. And we'll do 10 of these. Go at your own pace. Try to keep the arms straight and let them go as far back as you can. Sometimes, I don't think any of you have had frozen shoulder. Sometimes it feels like I'm moving through that adhesion again, even though it's mostly gone. So I bring that up to say you may feel like you're kind of moving through very thick webbing. Put a nice squeeze on the block as you do this, which is teeing up the lower body in an important way. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stretch here, reach the fingers back, slight grip on the block, press your knees forward. Feel that stretch in the abdominals, right on that surface layer, as you kind of tilt the pelvis forward a bit and keep reaching with the fingers. And then release the fingers, bring the arms out into a goalpost shape, fist facing the ceiling. And yeah, wrapping your hands into a fist, and press the elbows down into the floor, sliding your shoulder blades together and apart. So it's the pressure down that creates the slide, rather than thinking about the slide. Think about pushing down. 10 of these. And as you're doing it, increase your awareness of this feeling of the shoulder blades, increasing your proprioception, and a slight grip on the block. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, going back, they're called pullovers. Interlace the fingers, make a steeple, take the steeple all the way back and up. 10 of these. Squeezing the block. You may already slightly be keying into the space you're making in the torso. 2, and reach those arms and release. Make fists, place them at the temples with the knuckles facing the knuckles pressing into your temples, thumbs facing down. The palm would be facing up, but your fingers are wrapped in. Press your elbows into the floor and then bring them all together, both elbows together, leaving the hands on the head. So go all the way back, elbows to the ground, and then again, all the way together. 10 of these. Slight pressure on the block. And when you're driving, if you bring a block, I often use a water bottle. Squeezing a block or a water bottle when you drive can help relieve the hip flexors. Also, these exercises with the arms, you can stop and do them as you walk around a parking lot. 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze them together and then all the way down into the floor. Let me just let Lola out. Yeah. Okay. Release the arms, squeeze the block, and you're gonna just have the arms wherever you want them, down by your side, and you're gonna squeeze the block, turning on your adductors, your adductors. 10 of these. 10, 9. See if you can feel that grip in the inner thigh. And then bring your hands to your butt, relax everything else, and just squeeze the butt. Slight grip on the block, just really soft. You're trying to isolate the glutes. It's a bit of a wraparound feeling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to squeezing adductors. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, keep that squeeze. Lift the feet off the floor, take the hands behind the head. Nice firm squeeze on the block the whole time. Elbows pressing back toward the floor. Just that's a lot to concentrate on. Squeezing the block and table, spread your toes. Elbows are back, touching the floor. Maybe that's enough to feel the abdominals. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly taking the feet slightly forward. Place the heels on the ground. Exhale to raise them back up to table. Inhale to lower slowly. Try to squeeze the whole time. Exhale, squeeze them back up to table. Inhale to lower, taking them out in front of you a bit. Exhale, pull them back up. 5 of these. Squeeze. These are really slow. And 2. Squeeze. And we're thinking whole body here. And 1. Let your knees drop over to the right. Change the block to its narrowest setting. Stack the top knee on top of the bottom, which means taking your left hip forward. Then get your spine lined up with that top hip. Right arm out to the side, left arm out to the left. Have the arms in line with the shoulders. Start to turn your head to the left. That left hip is going to creep back. Don't let it. Keep it forward, stacked over the right hip, which means the left arm may come up. That's fine. Long breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pushing down firmly into the floor with that right arm. Slight pressure on the block with both legs. Squeeze both legs into the block to slightly engage the core, bring it up to the center. Jog your hips a little bit to the right and then let the knees fall over to the left. Stack them up, bringing that right hip forward. Left arm out in line with the shoulder, push it down firmly. Line up your spine and then reach the right arm out to the right. Turn the head to the right. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Unhike that right hip. Make sure it's not rolling toward the waist. Breathe into the entire circumference of the torso. And you may notice little sticky places in the diaphragm at the bottom of the ribs. If that's the case, send your attention there. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Nice squeeze on the block. Bring your legs back up to the center and keep going all the way over to the right. Throw the block to the front of the mat and press yourself up. Come on to all fours, hands under the shoulders. Walk the knees back slightly farther than the hips. And sink here into a cow pose, dropping the head. If the shoulders have crept back, they're no longer stacked over the wrists, bring them forward, trying to keep the arms straight. Roll your sits bones up, up, up. And really try to let the shoulder blades collapse in toward each other. This is totally passive. Shoelace side of the feet are long on the floor. Breathe through the nose in this one exclusively if you can. And whatever's coming up, if stuff is coming up, just watch as it comes. Watch as you may or may not struggle here to surrender to the shape. I feel a lot of soreness, a lot of resistance in areas that are chronically held tightly and don't want to let go. These are areas that think they're important to my safety. They're actually causing me a lot of problems. Breathe as slowly as feels right here, deliberately and slowly. And there may be a point where you can roll the sits bones up even more and let the spine hang even more without the elbows buckling. The head is down, the chin is tucked to the chest the whole time. It's a static pose and it's weird for sure. Try to get your feet might cramp. That's normal. Here it happens. You can hold for 2 more breaths. And then glide your buttocks back to your heels. Let the chest fall, leave the arms forward. Come on to your fingertips. Lifting the palms away from the floor, fingertips pressing down. Super straight arms. Keep letting the sits bones slide back, back, back. And you may feel this deeply in the back body, the back of the hip flexors. The QL, quadratus lumborum, those suckers can be so tight. Or they can be so weak, or both, which makes the front of the body work way too hard. Melt the palms, melt the elbows. A more relaxed version, letting the head rest on the ground here and surrender. Send the breath deeply into your lower back body, into the bowl of your pelvis. Ungrip the jaw, ungrip the back teeth. Releasing the belly, the ribs, the armpits, the arches of the feet. Letting go deeper and deeper. Only the belly engages, pull the belly in strong up toward the spine, tucking chin, roll up slow, 5, really slow, 4, 3, 2, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just sitting on the feet for a moment. It's a very subtle, gentle quad stretch. Breathe through the nose. Push down into the thighs with the hands, allowing the spine to grow tall and the chest to be open. Keeping the face forward and neutral. Blink the eyes open, take them to the right and up. There may be a yawn or a swallow or a lot of blinking. Oh. As the vagus nerve resets, bring the eyes to the center. Keeping the face forward, soft and neutral, take the eyes to the left and up as far as they'll go. Again, you may find yourself yawning or blinking or swallowing. That would be great. And then relax the eyes, take them forward, interlace the fingers behind you, roll the shoulder blades together and squeeze, lifting the chest, pulling the fist down toward the floor, lifting the chin up to the sky. Take the right ear toward the right shoulder. Chin back to the sky, left ear toward the left shoulder. Kind of like you're hearing a secret from a butterfly sitting on your shoulder. And you're going to keep listening to that butterfly who's on your left shoulder, but you're going to look up toward your friend who's up and to the right. So keep listening to the butterfly's story, but look up and to the right. Like, what do you want? And then drop your chin, relax the eyes. There's a butterfly on your right shoulder who has another story. Tip your ear toward that shoulder and look up to the left. Like that other friend, the friend has moved over to the left side. Keep listening with your right ear, but look up with your eyes to the left. And then relax your eyes, drop your chin, squeeze those shoulder blades, and release the hands forward. Spread the fingers, come forward, spin the palms, fingers to 6 o'clock, palms to 12, and make circles around your hands. So circle the wrists, or shoulders around the wrists, another way to put it. Go the other way. Try to keep your arms straight. Nasty business. Come to the center, turn the back of the hand to the floor, fingers at 6 o'clock. One at a time or two at a time, curl your fingers into the palms, rock forward and back. Karen, the back of the hand on the floor. Oh, skills. And then come back onto your shin, shake out the hands. Lotus roll the hands, back of the hands together, fingers dredge through the mud, and they come out a beautiful flower. Dredge the fingers through the mud, and they come out beautiful. Roll those wrists. Exactly. Admire the beautiful lotus. Eyes on the mudra. 2 more. And then take them forward. Well done. Tuck your toes. Your feet might be feeling a bit sticky. Stretch to down dog. Walking out the dog, bending one knee, pressing opposite heel down. Warming up the legs. Come onto your high stilettos and walk your feet up to your hands. Lower the heels, bend the knees, pull the heart through. Sits bones roll back. Exhale, fold forward, separate the feet a little bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees, catch your elbows in the palms of your hands. Drag the elbows forward so they line up with the top of the ears. And then turn your head saying no, 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 no. And nod your head yes. And no. And yes. And then please just hang. Feeling the weight of the arms taking you deeper into this delicious, hopefully delicious, space-making pose. Tummy in. Releasing all that stress in your neck and shoulders that we tend to hold so much there. Again, no, 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 no. Switch to the other forearms in front. Give a little weight to that elbow by pulling. Oh, and that'll bring your trunk deeper into this, the side of the trunk, which tends to recoil, tends to be very shy part of us. And then release the hands. Toe heel your feet together comfortably. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, squeeze the tummy as you fold forward and roll slowly up, engaging deep abdominals, and maybe even pelvic floor is up for the ride. Take your shoulders up, back, down. Hands spin forward. Just stay here in your own presence. The universe hovering just at the tip of the nose. As you become aware of this duet between you and that universal energy. It's not new, you're just bringing your awareness to it, to this dance. Inhale, let the hands rise. Up overhead, stretch through your fingertips. Side body is long. Exhale, arms go wide, folding forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Really take full advantage of that stretch. Step back, left foot, right foot, flank. Lower knees softly, chin softly, elbows in grasshopper, squeezing to the side body. Roll into your tummy, cobra. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the chin, eyes are wide open. Push your seat back, extended child. Full inhale, exhale. Activate the fingertips, pull forward onto all fours, tuck the toes, downward dog. Pedal out your feet. Stretching the calves, limbering up the legs, getting blood flow into our ankles, which is not easy. So inviting the flow all the way down into the feet. Put your stilettos on and walk it forward. Lower the heels, inhale, heart forward, sits bones back. Exhale, melt over your legs, drop your head. Root to rise up, circle the arms, hips forward, head back. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Arrive in your own presence. Breathe here. Feet rooting, legs straight and strong, shoulders down, chest open. Thumbs pressing into the battery of the heart. Pinkies reaching out into the world. Release the hands with the palms open. Inhale, breathe all the way up. Fingertips stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart rolls forward. Step back, right foot, left foot, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide through, cobra. Exhale, extended child. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Pull the front of the throat, front of the throat to the back of the throat. Moving the hyoid bone, which is it's directly connected to our hip flexors. So when the hyoid protrudes forward, our hip flexors go into fight or flight. When we pull the hyoid back, the hip flexors soften and we get a deeper crease in our hips. Our nervous system subsides. You may even feel a weird sweat release there. It's like a bit of a letdown, a come down from maybe being chronically in fight or flight, freeze or bond. Come forward, tuck the toes, downward dog. Pedal the dog. Give her a good walk. And then keep pedaling, letting the hips kind of sway side to side as you make your way forward, kind of sexy walk. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, melt down, palms flat to the ground. Bend the knees, inhale, roll slowly up. Lift the shoulders, shrug them back and down. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips comfortably. And then you're gonna do this slowly. You're gonna put the weight on your left foot, hike your right hip up, and then you're gonna slowly lower it using the strength of your abdominals and pelvic floor. The trick is to not sag and have it go lower than the left hip. So you're placing it in line with the left hip. Put the weight on the right leg, hike your left hip up, and then you're gonna return it to level, but use the hip flexors on the right side pelvic floor and place that left hip in line with the right. Hike the right hip up and then level it, left side. We're gonna just stay on the left side and do 10 of these. And the trick is the come down, to not overdo it. Getting a lot of stability, tension in that right glute, that's ideal. And in that inseam, that sort of bikini line on the left side, from pelvic floor up the bikini line. You do come up onto the toes of that hip that's lifting. And the leg stays straight. You feel this in your, like, in the rear glute. The sort of rump of the glute. And like hamstring in a cool way. All right, let's try the other side. So you hike up onto the toes, and it's the lowering that we're really after. What this is doing is teaching the outer glute to work. Often it doesn't, and then the hip flexors overwork. And when we sit, this can cause a lot of pain. This is one of the culprits of hip flexor issues. And after you've done 10 on that side, just stand on your feet. They may feel more connected to the ground. And when you're ready, take a little walk around your space. And just, there's nothing specific to really focus on, but you just may feel a lot more length in the front of the hip flexors, more engagement in the glutes. It might just feel super weird. And then walk to a wall. But you have one. I don't have a good one to show you, but stand right back at the wall. Take your hands behind your head, elbows to the wall. Keep your hips level. You're going to want to take them off, spin them forward or back or right or left. Keep them level. And just your upper body bends to the right, keeping the elbows and head on the wall. Back up to the center and left. Your hips level. Like you had someone there holding them still. Elbows are back. Try to bend. Oh yeah. Got a good crack there. And up, let's do the first side again. Spine feel just so unnatural because we're used to compensating here. Oh. Push down through the, if you're going to the right, push down through the left foot. And back up. And other side again. Keep it level. Push down through that opposite foot. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, and up. Release the arms. And again, go for a walk. Now you might feel more integrated, like your bum and your legs feel more integrated and effective. Like on purpose, like, oh yeah, we're a butt, we're a legs, like we keep your body moving. This will help you a lot when you sit, because we usually just kind of sit into a mush and then the hip flexors do it all. But now that your butt is more intelligent and working as it should, hopefully that will help you. Palms forward, inhale. Let's see how it feels in the flow. Arms go up. You may even feel that your arms kind of soar up with more ease. Exhale, dive. I hope so. Inhale, heart moves forward. Let's step back to plank, left foot, right foot. So can you feel your butt being more useful in plank now? Squeezing in. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Roll through to up dog. Feel how that butt middle part of you is supporting the back bend here. And then roll over the feet, down dog. Right leg up. Squeeze the hamstrings as you bring your right heel to your butt. Open that knee up. Spread the toes, point the knees straight on up to the sky. Bring it across to the left arm, snatching the waist. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to the right upper arm. Inhale, right leg up. Right knee to the nose, curl in. Inhale, right leg up. Step it through, up into crescent, arms rise. Square level your hips. Maybe you're more informed from the wall exercise at what level feels like. Drop the left knee toward the floor, lift and straighten. Drop it down and lengthen for 4. Arms are up if they can be, 3. And a 2. And a 1, straighten palms to the heart, left elbow outside right leg. Nice prayer twist here, because we got a holiday of eating. Twists are really good. They boost the immune system, and maybe they help make space in the gut. Left arm to the ground, right arm to the sky. Oh, nice spin here. And come down. Bring the right hand down, step back plank, spin your heels to the right, lift your left arm. And my feet staggered because it's easier. But now I'm going to lift my right knee, that bottom knee, toward the right chest. And with my left hand, I'm going to grab that right foot. And maybe I'm going to extend that right leg to the front of the mat and turn underneath that left arm. Bring the left hand back down and kick that right leg up. And bring the knees down, feet together. So I'm up in my kitchen. Child's pose. Whatever it is, I can wait. Child's pose. Drop your head. Pull the belly in, roll up slowly. And lotus curl the hands. So I didn't give you any prep for that. I'm just going to show it while you guys are lotus rolling from the side, in case it wasn't clear. So we were inside plank, the feet were staggered. I took the bottom knee, so that in that case it was the right leg, up. Then with the free hand, I grabbed the foot and I lifted that leg like this toward the front of the mat and looked under that left arm. Just a little bit of folly for the holiday. Okay, and then shake out your hands, bring them forward, tuck your toes, down dog. Shake out your head. And then lift your left leg up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Flex the upper chest, point the knee skyward. Get a nice stretch on that left hip flexor. Bring the knee across, snatching the waist to the right elbow, or triceps even better. Left leg up. Left knee wide to the left upper arm. Left leg up. Knee to the nose. Nice deep cat here, tummy strong. Inhale, left leg up. And step it up into crescent. Arms go high. Level the hips. We're so often not level here.
Good. Arms are up if possible. Gorgeous. Belly in, lower the back knee just to hover. Excellent. And back up. And dip it. And straighten. For 4. And 3. Can you feel the glutes stabilizing you? And 2. And 1. Palms to the heart. Right elbow outside of leg. Nice twist here. The stability in the butt. Ooh, as I fall. First. So squeeze the hips, feel the pelvic floor. Yeah. And then bottom hand to the ground, top arm up. Get long. And on the exhale, deepen the spiral. Inhale, contract, squeeze toward the midline. Exhale, spiral. Bring the left hand down. Step back, spin to the edges of your feet, the left edges, and right arm high. Now, you may pick up that left knee toward your chest, reach down for the outer edge of the foot, and extend that leg forward toward the front of the mat, looking underneath the right arm. If that feels good. Or stay in side plank. Right hand comes down, let that foot go. Knees come down. Extended child's pose. Highland. Drop your head. Deep breath in. Sigh it on out. Again, deep breath. Spread the fingers, palm forward, tuck your toes, downward dog. Enjoy your dog. Pelvic floor, pulled in and up. Belly pulled in and up. Throat slightly closed. That hyoid bone in the center of the throat, it floats. You want to move that floating bone more into the throat, more toward the back. This will soften your hip flexors, shift your nervous system. Right leg up, bend the knee. Let's flip all the way over. So step behind yourself. Important that left shoulder blade catches on the back. And then send your hips up, right arm up or back, whatever feels good. Long stretch from knees to throat here, knees to chin. Reach. Right hand comes back down in plank position, right leg high. Step the right foot directly between both hands, warrior 2. Take your time. Stand strongly on both feet. Spin the palms up, opening the chest. Keep the chest open, spin the palms down. Stand here in your power. Breathing. Pelvic floor engaged, tummy in and up. Throat slightly engaged. Reach forward, flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Take that right arm back. Bend the elbow. Left hand comes to that upper elbow. Reach so the right elbow bends, left hand pulls on the elbow as you take your upper body back. Think about that wall stretch we did and imagine keeping your hips level here. Y'all. Straighten your right leg, pivot, turn your right foot to the left side of the mat. Right hand catches the left elbow. Inhale, press your head back, hips forward. Exhale, fold. You're holding your elbows again here in this forward fold. Shake out your head. Push down into the earth, come all the way up, still holding those elbows. Head rests at the forearms. Look up. Deep stretch in the lats here. And then unfurl the arms, open them up, turn the right foot forward. So we're in extended side angle. That right hand's going to come down, left arm over the ear, stretch it. Push against the right leg as you rotate your torso. Bend the right knee, Elena. Right knee, yeah. Arm is on the inside of the leg. Rotate your torso up. Y'all. Take the top arm, wind it behind you for a half bind, and circle the right. Joelle, right knee is bent if you can. Right arm is under for a full bind, catching behind the leg. Open the shoulders. Head goes back. Yes. Now, release both hands down, pivot, face the floor. Let's drop the left knee. Both my hands are on the inside of my right foot. My left knee is down. You can do this pose, it's an arm balance, with the left knee down, or you could do it with the left knee up or the left leg off the floor. I repeat, both of my hands are inside of my right foot. Now I'm going to change that. I'm going to drop my right shoulder, take my right hand behind my right foot and on the outside. So I'm going to go from the inside, behind the heel, and now the hands on the outside. So now my leg is backpacked, like a backpack strap on my right shoulder. Now you could just lean onto the right hand and pick up that right foot a little bit, hold the outer edge of it with your left hand. So it's like that side plank stretch we did. If we stretch that right leg forward and look under that left arm. So that's one way to go. This could also be done with the left foot on the ground. Ooh. And hold that foot and stretch that leg forward. I think we're going to keep that left foot down, yeah, no matter what, or left knee down. So either way, I guess the other way to do it would be to face the floor, bend both elbows, and take it into Ekapada Vinyasa like this, where you're kind of doing a split at 130. Maybe it's more like 230. Okay. All right. Let's put both knees down and stretch it back. Child's pose. Pull the belly in, roll up. And we're just going to get at that stretch in one other way before we do the other side. So sit on your bum. Bring your feet out in front of you. Same leg, right leg. We're going to backpack it, take that backpack and put it on our right shoulder. So we're going to take that right leg, which is like a backpack strap, put it somewhere. Mine's not on my shoulder. It's on my deltoid, but it's not up here on my neck, which is where I ideally would want it. Yours might go up there. It might be lower. You just don't want it on the elbow joint. With your left hand, you're going to reach across to the outer edge of your right foot. So the pinky toe side of the foot. So you got one leg on your shoulder-ish. Now your right hand is going to go down onto the floor, and you're going to straighten that right leg and twist underneath your left arm. So you kind of look like a compass. Yeah. So this is that same pose, same stretch, just without the arm balance. So it might be a bit more accessible. And then put it down. Voila. Let's sit cross-legged, left shin in front of right. Fold forward here. Rest on your hands. Tummy drawn in. Just let your body integrate all that excitement. Hyoid bone. So this is a thing that can protrude forward in the throat. Like if you had an Adam's apple, it would be right there pushing into it. We don't have that, women, but it does protrude forward in the same place in the same way. So we want to take that bone, even especially in a forward fold, and imagine it drawing toward the back of the neck. This will shift the nervous system. This will release the hip flexor tension. This is a very important practice, as it is a habit, a chronic condition that bone is jutting forward, creating a physical fight or flight reaction. The physiology affects the psychology and vice versa. Belly in, help yourself to push up and just sit for a moment, eyes closed. Sitting in your own presence. In the gift wrap of your body. taking a moment to be in your own magnificence. Truly thankful for this home your spirit has chosen for this life. Blink your eyes open, send your hands forward, uncross the legs, down dog. Lift your left leg, bend the knee, open up the hip, and with grace, drop it behind you. Pivot both feet, let that right shoulder blade catch, and you express the pose as you wish. Reaching left arm back or up, hips up, stretch from the navel to the head, the navel to the knees. The navel is the center of this pose. Oh. Left hand comes down, left leg shoots up, and then we're going to step it forward directly between the hands. Open up, warrior two. Stand strongly between your feet, pelvic floor, belly, throat, all bandhas engaged. Level hips. Reach that left arm forward, and then flip the palm, stretch it back. Bend the elbow, right hand catches that left elbow and pulls you deeper into this side stretch. Clean that left lung. You move the rib out of the way and you get direct access into that lung. Clean it. Steam it. Get it cleaned out. Keep the arms like this. Straighten your front leg. Pivot the foot to the right. Lift the elbows straight. Keep holding them and dive on down. Just line up your toes. They're probably slightly off. And then hang here. Shake out your head between the bumpers of the two biceps. Nod the head. Let go. Let go of any resentments that have surfaced. Anything in the way of full surrender here. Fully being present to your body, your emotions, all of its splendor. Hanging out here. Belly strong, feet rooted, legs powerful to rise up. Keep the elbows, let the arms move behind the head. Press the head back into the arms. It's a subtle back bend. And then release the elbows as you pivot, left foot forward, bend the left knee, warrior two. Left hand down to the inner ankle. Left arm presses against that inner leg. Right arm rainbows over ear. Feel strong on your feet. Half bind the right arm behind. Full bind if you wish. Any option here. Turning your torso up. Release both hands down. Inside of your left foot, rest the right knee down for now. Take the left hand behind the left heel. It's coming now so it loops behind. This will put that leg into backpack position. Right hand catches the left foot, and maybe you stretch that leg toward the left side of the room. Maybe you lift that right knee up, right foot flat, catch that left foot. See if you can do it there. And Ekapada Kundiniyasana, where you bend both elbows and stretch the legs into a scissor here, like 10:30. Oof. Whatever you're doing, make your way out of it. Sit on your booty. Right foot is curled in. I don't know if I did that on the other side. I hope so. Backpack your left leg somewhere along your left arm above the elbow. Right hand catches from front that left side of the foot, and then you stretch the leg to the left and look under your right arm. Voila. So you get the stretch somehow, in some way. And then bring that leg down, cross that shin in front, scoot your tushy forward, and make your way into a forward fold here. Take your time. There may be a hip flexor that is annoyed with you. I have one. So I have my right foot into the angry spot. So that feels really good. I'm comforting it with the back foot. Head is on the hands. And I'm breathing into the awareness of struggle in my, where I have it, which for me is on my left hip flexor. I try not to name it. I try to just think of it as an aggregation of sensation, but it does have a name. Today it does feel named, and that name is struggle. I'm giving it a lot of respect, attention. Letting it know it can choose a different identity, a different mindset or behavior. A different outlook of its responsibility to my body. Pushing through the hands, come up. I don't do this one very often, but I'm gonna do it because it's Thanksgiving and it's important, it's helpful. So this is peacock pose. They say it's because peacocks have really strong stomachs, like they can swallow poison and be okay. I don't know if that's true. I wouldn't test that, but we call it that because it's really good for our digestion. So I don't know if you want to do this after you eat, but I want you to know about it in case. So the hands, when we had them turned back at 6 o'clock, that's the position of the hands. And then you bend the elbows. Now this is hard if you have bigger boobs, because the boobs definitely get in the way. But you bend the elbows, you kind of deal with your boobs, and then you let the elbows go into the tummy. So this is the beginning of it. If you can, you pick up the legs. Now I just had them crossed at the ankles. People do it in lotus. I used to be able to do it with the legs straight out. It's a lot heavier. And you don't have to get the legs up. The point is to get the elbows into the stomach. It's kind of like a Heimlich maneuver, but it is a good way if you ate too much something or other, mashed potatoes or something, to kind of pack it in there, to get it moving, to get that poop going. I don't know if I showed it well. So the fingers are back toward you, the wrists are forward. You push the elbows into the gut like that, and then you pick up the feet. But like, you don't have to pick up the feet. It hurts the wrists. I'm sure there's a way to do it where you roll up the mat and create an angle. Yeah, that already feels better. So I rolled up the mat barely, like 3 times, and it gave me a tiny bit of an angle. Oh, and then you put your fingers on the low part and the wrist on the higher part. That might make it more, it does. It makes it more wrist friendly. So you don't have such a stark thing. And then you smush. I guess like there's easier ways to just punch your stomach. Like that's also something you could do. And let's come up and just do that. So come on up and we're just gonna pat our lymph. So make fists and gently punch the neck, chest, armpits, and they don't use the word punch. Lymph people use the word thump. Gently thump. And get the lymph moving. Also really important over the holidays, like if you eat some sugar or alcohol, you got to get this stuff moving out of the body. So we want to create river-like pathways for the lymph to flow back into the heart. There's a ton in the belly, the diaphragm, the collarbones, the armpits. These are all the jaw, major lymph pumps. So when you punch those, thump those areas, you create kind kind of like a dam. You create this pump system, cistern system in the body to move lymph. Down the legs, the groins is another area, another pump. And they carry it back to the heart and help move waste from the out of the body. Very important. Then open your palms, and I love this one, it's immediate. So you just take your palms to the sides of the neck and you glide the hands down several times, always starting right at the back of the jaw and going down to the collar. So the flats of my palms going down. And I always start at the top and go down. And then I go into the pump of the jaw. I give it a couple of pumps just to get the toxic waste moving. And then again here. For more definition and moving lymph, you take your fingertips right at the center under the chin and you brush back. So you actually do this one first. You go back, starting right under the chin and back, sliding behind the ears, and then down. So I'm moving the waist from here where it likes to collect in a little turkey gobble. I take that turkey little gobble and I go back and then I go down. And then I start at the bottom center of the collarbones and I follow the track of the collarbones back. So there's a ton of lymph here. This is another pump. And it's when we're getting a cold, this gets really nasty first. So you're like, huh, why is this sore? Those are toxins collecting in those lymph. You want to get them moving. So now we've gotten all of these toxins moving where we want them to go to the heart, but they gather here in the spleen. So we take our hand to the bottom of the ribs, right in the center, our right hand, and we sweep from the center of the xiphoid process to the left, sweeping. This is helping the spleen take out the trash. We have to do this between every few rounds to give the spleen a chance. Whew. Yeah. And then you can just fan yourself, which also helps the energy body move toxins through the lymph. You might be feeling warm and good. And then take your legs forward out in front of you. Fingertips reach for your heels. Well, let's come up into a nice bridge. Now that we've opened everything up, we've really focused on our glutes and hip flexors today and arranging the upper body to support that. Let's see how your back bend feels. Push down through the floor, open the chest, grab a fistful of mat with each hand, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Activate your back body, push down through the tripods of the feet, big toe, pinky toe, balls of the foot, center of the heel. And find those 6 points and keep raising your buttocks. I raise your 2 buttocks. Belly strong and flat. Own it. Own this beautiful bridge. Feel your power here. Then widen the shoulders, come down 1 vertebra at a time. Really exaggerate this descent. Slow descent. Roll the pelvis forward. Take the pelvis to 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Go one way around the clock of the pelvis and then the other. Do this again. Try to do it without moving your legs. Mine, of course, are moving, but I'm trying to isolate it using my deep spinal muscles and abdominals and hip flexors. Oh. The more you try to do it like that, the more exhilarating it is. We're going to do another bridge, regular or with a block, or if you want to take wheel, take the hands back by the shoulders and straighten the arms and legs. Up to you, whatever's calling you right now. Hips up, chest open. Enjoy it.
Knees forward, heart back. Lots of family time here. We want to have our boundaries clear, but also, if we can, our hearts somewhat open. This pose, of course, cracks the heart open, so it might be a lot. We do it in a safe space together. And then slowly come down from wherever you are. And we're going to take the feet together, let the knees open, Supta Baddha Konasana. And we're going to take our fingers in the air around the nipples. So just make a circle with your index finger around the nipples. And then I think it's easier to do opposite. So take the right index finger and trace it in the air from the right nipple to the left shoulder and down the inner arm to the palm. This is the pericardium meridian. Let's do it again. Around the nipple, pointing toward the shoulder, down the inner arm to the palm. That is your heart protection. So we just open the heart. Now we want to make sure we have our protection, our boundary there as well, and that it's intact. Let's do the other side. Left finger around the right nipple. Draw an energetic line to your right shoulder, down your inner right arm to the palm. And do this a few times, tracing in the air the energy line of that heart protection so that you have a nice coat on, right? If you want to take it off, you go the other way. Go from the palm up, follow the line all the way to the nipple. Okay, my heart's completely exposed. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but like, maybe you would. You can do that on both sides, up to you. And then relax the hands down by your side. Notice how you are. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh. Again, deep breath in. One more time, deep breath in. Hold, please. Breathe in more through the nose. Side out. Stretch your legs out. Roll your arms and legs in and out. Reach for your head, lift it off the floor with your hands, and stargaze, moving the head with the hands. Let the head be completely passive. Gaze at the imaginary constellations, stretching ear towards shoulder like that butterfly's back, telling us a story again. Another little butterfly. Another little butterfly. Head to the center. Walk the fingers down to the occiput, to right where the map, the atlas meets the head here, right there. Fingertips dig right into that crevice, hitting that human reset button. Push in there, not too hard. It's like there's this Goldilocks of just right there. And then slide the fingers across the hairline, base of the skull to the jaw. Hold it super softly, and a little clamp of the fingers and thumbs, so softly, right at the hinge. This is the glute reset, button. And we worked them hard today in our own way, so we're just giving them a chance to reset, to settle, to know they can rest. Adjust whatever you need to here with your hair, whatever, and then find your shoulder blades, slide them onto the back so that the heart is raised. Roll your limbs in and out. Holidays are a time of melancholy for many, so we don't want to fall prey to that. So we want to keep the shoulder blades on the back and the heart lifted. Not that you don't want to feel your feelings. We just want to give the heart a chance to be robust and strong and fill the body with joy while we can together here. Take a deep breath in.
And exhale. And I want you to breathe in something you're thankful for. Fill the room with your gratitude so that you're setting the energy for your Shavasana. One more time. Deep breath in, something you're grateful for. Fill the atoms of the room, the molecules of the room with that energy. And then let yourself go. Let the front body fall into the back body. Let the back body fall into the earth. Surrender fully. Shavasana. You catch the mind being busy, just know the mind's gonna mind. It's gonna do its thing. Come back to your breath. The mind is extra loud today. Maybe give yourself a mantra, a little friend to keep you company as you release here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, shed another layer. Just asking for a few moments of peace. Shed another mask. Coming into the light of who you are. The light of what you truly are. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, stretch here, feeling your own inner radiance. And feel how the body is supporting that light. Feel the translucent skin beaming from within this light. And the left knee roll to your right, pause on the right side, curling in. This is another fetal position on the side. If your tummy hurts, pull the knees to the chest. Too much tryptophan, take a little rest in a fetal ball, you'll feel better. Push down through the hands, come on up. Sit up strong and tall. Heart open and protected. Body strong and supportive. Raise the arms up. Palms come to prayer. Whatever that prayer is for you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the world. Press the thumbs into the heart. Sing that prayer out from your heart. Let it find other prayers like it. Fortify it and make it stronger. Inhale. Raising the prayer of your heart to your mind, bringing it into your mental awareness. Inhale, bowing humbly to one another, to all beings, to this beautiful life. Happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for each and every one of you. I love you all so deeply, so much. Thank you for being here. Many blessings to you and your family. Elena, it's Dana. Dana, it's Elena. And Joelle. Joelle's going to lead us on the forest bathing. Elena found us a place in Mexico.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Thanksgiving.
Joelle is certified in forest bathing.
Cool. I just learned about forest bathing for the first time like a month ago. And it's the best ever. I'm so excited to hear more, Joelle.
Good. Yay. Awesome. I'm actually not a certified in forest bathing. I'm a forest bathing guide.
Oh,
The
tell me.
forest does the bathing.
Oh.
I would like to take the credit, but
That's an important distinction.
yeah.
Is that like Sarah wasn't the Grand Canyon?
I guess so. Yeah. She guided us through it and there and stuff. And then
The
but
guy matters
Grand
then.
Canyon had all the juju. I'm sure she brings her own juju too, like you do.
Thanks. Joel and I did a Grand Canyon with a life coach.
Oh,
That sounds magical.
is that big? I
It was
cried.
epic. It was not
So
magical.
painful.
It was painful.
It was
Ah.
good though. At the end, I decided to put the icy hot everywhere. And then I started screaming because I was like, oh my God, my whole body is like on fire.
Huh.
Good time.
That's so interesting. That just came up in a, not that you did it, but I did that in 6th grade. I put icy hot on a girlfriend.
Oh.
It came up in a session. Someone was doing a session on me and it came up because I had a lot of guilt about it. I didn't realize I was carrying.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it was really helpful.
I didn't know you're not only supposed to put it on one body part.
And definitely not on personal body parts.
Oh no, no. Have fun, lovely people.
All right, safe drive. Love you.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
New Year, Mama, everybody. Okay. Bye.
Bye.